Hey guys, CreamCrazy here. Welcome to my Wrestling Rant Awards 2012 nominations video. Yes, that's right, I've managed to whittle things down to at least 2 or 3 nominees, 2 or 3, maybe 4 or 5 for each award, and I'm ready to announce what they are right now. So, been a great little year, hasn't it? Well, I wouldn't say great, but it's been a decent year nonetheless for WWE, and these awards are here to, of course, enshrine the good, the bad, and everything in between that has happened so far. Now, some of these awards haven't actually got nominations for them that are a list of about 3, so I'm only going to announce the ones today with multiple nominations for them, because, in all fairness, it has to be done and it makes perfect sense. And, of course, most importantly, the IWC's most hated award, which will be down to you. That's right, you're going to be voting for this one, because, to be honest, you are the IWC, you need to vote for the damn thing. Anyway, these are the awards which have nominations. Worst Talker of the Year Award. Nominations are Heath Slater, Vicky Guerrero, and Oksana. Worst Gimmick Character Shift of the Year goes to either Brodus Clay or Tensai. The Worst Moment of the Year, John Cena stripping Michael Cole to his underwear and covering him in barbecue sauce, Vince McMahon mocking JR's Bell's palsy, and the entire 9th of July episode of Raw. The Worst Pay-Per-View Match of the Year will either go to Daniel Bryan vs Sheamus at WrestleMania, the 6 Diva Tag Match at Money in the Bank, or Eve vs Naomi at TLC. Worst Feud of the Year will either go to John Cena vs John Laurinaitis or Big Show, Heath Slater vs The Legends, and CM Punk vs Jerry Lawler. Where are we now? Worst Diva of the Year will either go to Oksana, Kelly or Naomi. Worst Wrestler of the Year, now this is the only category with a TNA name in it. It'll either go to The Great Khali, Tensai, or Garrett Bischoff. Quite simply because, even though I don't watch too much TNA, I've watched enough to see how shit that guy is. The Rising Star Award will either go to Damien Sandow, Kofi Kingston, The Shield, or Wade Barrett. The In the News Story of the Year will either go to Brock Lesnar returning, Jerry Lawler's heart attack, and Linda McMahon losing her Senate bid. Rufflecopter Award will go to either Ricardo Rodriguez in the Royal Rumble, Daniel Bryan taking the Rorschach test, or, as a collective unit, the Daniel Bryan and Kane and anger management segments. Theme or Promotional Song of the Year Award nominations are Wild Ones by Flo Rida for WrestleMania, Welcome Home by Coheed and Cambria for NXT, and Revolution by Pennywise for WWE 13. The El Stupido Award will either go to Randy Orton for being suspended for a wellness policy violation, making the roster thinner on big-name talent and making WWE guys want to fire him. WWE Creative for mindlessly booking the 9th of July episode of Raw, and Mr. McMahon removing Ryback and CM Punk from the Survivor Series tag match, believing it wouldn't draw enough money. The IWC's Most Hated Award, which is down to you guys, and I have to keep stressing it because I will put a poll in the description box for you as soon as I can, so it should be quite interesting. These nominees are my personal choice, but you'll pick yours. Sheamus for winning the 2012 Royal Rumble, WWE Creative for booking the 18-second Daniel Bryan vs Sheamus match and for the horrendously poor 9th of July episode of Raw, Linda McMahon for her Senate campaign, Ryback for being in a main event push despite defeating only jobbers since his debut, and Vicky Guerrero for being reinstated as Raw GM when we really wanted someone else to do it. Quite simple, really. Those are your 5 nominees. Click the poll down there when I put it up, and it should be awesome to see what you guys think, although I can probably at this moment predetermine who the fuck this is going to be. I can just sense who you're going to vote for. British Indie Match of the Year. Now, of course, I've only seen 3 this year, so they are the only 3 events this year, so these are the only nominees. Zack Sabre vs Marty Scurll from Progress Chapter 1, Leon Britannico vs Santeria vs Mechanico vs Dark Britannico from Brit Rest Fest 2012, and Nathan Cruz vs Marty Scurll from Progress Chapter 2. If I went to Chapter 3 and 4 of Progress, I'd have more matches to announce here, but of course, I don't have those. So, sucks to be me. Non-Wrestler of the Year award will either go to John Laurinaitis, Paul Heyman, or AJ Lee. Talker of the Year will either go to CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, Paul Heyman, Damien Sandow, or The Miz. Best Character Gimmick Shift of the Year will either go to AW, Damien Sandow, or AJ Lee. Moment of the Year award will either go to The Rock defeating John Cena, the Miami crowd yesing their way into the history books, Brock Lesnar returning and F5ing John Cena, Bret Hart, CM Punk, and John Cena's intense promo in the wake of Jerry Lawler's heart attack, and CM Punk and Mr. McMahon's Raw promo and the match that followed. To me, they are epic moments. Do not criticise me, they are my choices. Pay-per-view match of the year will either go to Triple H vs. The Undertaker at WrestleMania, CM Punk vs. Daniel Bryan with AJ Lee as a special guest referee at Money in the Bank, or The Shield vs. Ryback and Team Hell No at TLC. Feud of the year will either go to CM Punk vs. Chris Jericho, CM Punk vs. Daniel Bryan vs. AJ, and CM Punk with Paul Heyman vs. John Cena. No surprise that CM Punk has every single nomination in that award. No shit, obviously. Diva of the Year will either go to AJ Lee, Beth Phoenix, or Caitlyn, and Wrestler of the Year will either go to CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, or Chris Jericho. Very simple, really. They're all the ones out of the 26 that have nominations. Some of them don't, as I said at the start of the vid, and they will be announced when the vid happens on New Year's Day. So yeah, there we go. All of the awards that have nominations have been done. I can safely say I can't wait to see what you guys put in for the IWC Most Hated Award. It should be quite interesting. Although it shouldn't be as interesting as Okayfabe's Best Wrestler of All Time list, which, to be honest, threw up a lot of surprises. So, let's see what happens with this one, hey? Guys, if you want to see more, if you want to, of course, get the December Q&A vid and the Wrestling Rant Awards vid in your feed in time for when they happen, click the subscribe button down there. Click all the links in the description box that are needed, especially the poll code, because it won't appear there straight away, but I'll get it up there as soon as I can. So, yeah, hope you guys have a fantastic Christmas. I have another video coming tomorrow on Christmas Day. It should be awesome. Large 85, you know which one it is already, so huzzah, should be pretty awesome. Yeah, it's... Anyway, I'm getting a bit tired because I'm actually really hyperactive right now. As you can probably tell, I'm shaking right now because it's a little bit cold and, again, hyperactive. Anyway, guys, I've been Cream Crazy. You've been people watching. This has been my Wrestling Rant Awards nominations vid, and I will see you guys, at the end of the week for the December Q&A. How's that? Yeah, I had to put it back a bit due to Christmas preparations and sleeping a lot because of being tired and all that shit. It happens. Anyway, I'll see you guys then. Remember, vote and the poll code poll down below. If it's not there, message me and I will link it to you. Cheers, guys.